Alright, hello everyone, it's Professor Junafai back with a new Tuesday stream reviews. So this time around we'll be introducing our new cards for Office Maskers. So we have seen that what Office Maskers can do when the previous last Saturday's episode of You Dress Season 3. And now we have actually Office Maskers has been quote unquote revealed as in like his form, but we never get to know the skill, and now we do. So we'll get straight into what he does, and yeah, as well as getting straight into the supports and what are the good reviews that will be coming out for him as well. So there's that. So before we get straight into the news, I would like to say if you haven't like and subscribe this video, I hope you do. Please do like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos to come as we are going to get straight into the news itself. So we have Cardinal Moore's Office Maskers. So he is a Brandgate, a Maskers form from Brandgate. So technically like a fresh, we finally have like a fresh new Maskers unit, other than 3 from that state and 2 from Slovakia. So this time we have our first from Brandgate itself. So their skill is continuous. This card can only be written on a grade 3 with Office in its card name, and so you cannot write on anything else, so that's given. That's a given. Vanguard once per turn, you remove one Office in this different card name from this unit hand, soul, or drop. You choose one card from your drop zone and put it into your order zone. So that's quite nice. So technically speaking, you can just remove one Office, and then you just choose whatever order that you're playing, and then you just set it to your order zone. So that's quite good. So in a sense, if you can combo with Habitable Zone, that would be perfect as well. So you can technically play 3 orders in one turn, so that's kind of strong. So that's good. So auto Vanguard, when this unit attacks, you counterblast one and put any number of world cards, the order cards from your order zone to your drop zone, and call the same number of Shadow Army tokens to your rearguard circle with units to the same number of cards put into this drop zone by these abilities. Cause if you call 2 or more, this unit gets drive +1 until the end of battle. Now, my initial thoughts on this Office Maskers itself. Now, technically speaking, he is not bad. But at the same time, he's not really good either. I would describe this card as rather mid card. But you can combo a lot of things with this with Office Maskers. So on the persona Maskers persona, then you can technically play if you can combo with Habitable Zone, you can, like I mentioned earlier, you can play 3, and then you can call up to you can call up to 2 Shadow Army tokens at bare minimum. So which is good, and for that 1 drive, I guess the 1 drive is probably a bummer. I wish it could do something else, like say maybe the Shadow Army token gets 1 crit plus power in the crit, but I don't know if that's asking too much. But drive +1 is a little bit a little bit meh, but it's still fine. One thing important to note is that you have to call it to rearguards with you have to call your Shadow Army tokens to rearguard with unit circles, which means that whatever that let's say your rearguards have that have been occupied with a rearguard with a unit card, you have to call it away. So technically speaking, you can combo with Nuo Vera, the grade 3, and as well as Part, which we're gonna get the review is gonna get into that. And so you can play. Technically, you can just retire 4 if you don't have Nuo Vera, or if you don't have Part, you can technically just retire 4 and just call 4. So that's kind of a lot, but yeah. So make sure you have to be in Abyssal Dark Knight to activate some of your effects. But we'll see how the player is going to be work their way around this deck. So that's about it. That's what he does. So it's pretty mid deck, but I mean mid card, but I guess it's okay. Could have been more, but yeah. Alright, then we have Ryuji no Rakuin, Cyber Kaitu, Dragon Tree Range, Cyber Kaitu. So her skill is basically the same as the rest of the mask searches for Stoicky and Dark Stays like Skull Kenta and Death Evolve. So in the same manner, we have one for Brandgate as well. So on place on rearguard counter +1, so +1, set one Dragon Tree marker on the rearguard circle without a Dragon Tree marker and put it there, and then you search your deck for up to one mask of Hydreigon model and put it to the hand, and then you shuffle your deck. Okay, so that's easy. And so it's a great tool, and I felt like this art actually looks very creepy. Good, very nice, but it's kind of creepy for me. So yes, it's a Hydreigon, but it's wow, it's really creepy. The eyes, the face, man. You see this? See this? This kind of creepy. This kind of creeps me out. Okay, but I think I like the design. Another design quite nice. So it's a little bit creepy, nice. Yeah, but the next card we are going to get is Cardinal Principal Opart. So he is a Cyber Fairy. Okay, so yeah, he's a Cyber Fairy. When this unit is placed on regular circle, if you have a Vanguard with Orfist in its card name, you counterblast 1, you search your deck for up to roll 1 world card and discard it, and then you shuffle your deck. So that's quite nice. When this unit is placed on the rearguard, when this unit is being retired from the rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Orfist Maskers, so you cannot combo this with like the previous Orfist, you will call the 1 Shadow Army token. You can call a Shadow Army token to the rearguard circle. So that's quite nice. So this is actually have like a lot of the lot of things that you can combo with, right? So first things first, the skill is almost the same thing as like Nuo Vera, the Great 3 as I've mentioned earlier. So basically without cost as well. So this is kind of nice. So if you have like 2 on the field, you can basically just like call. Let's say for example, if Orfist Maskers attacks and he retires like 2 Shadow Army, just to like remove 2 world orders from the order zone, you can call 2. But if you can call it on Opart, then you can technically call another one. You can call like let's say you have 2 Oparts on the field, you can call Shadow Army on top of it, and then you can combo this one, and then you can call another 2. So basically, you can call 4 in that particular turn. So which is kind of good as well. So I'm kind of this is a very solid support, albeit it's being locked, but it's still good nonetheless. Yeah, so it's all boils down to space issues as well as the first skill, which you counterblast 1, look for the world order, which is also good because you can also combo this with Orfist Regis and also Orfist Maskers, so that's kind of good as well. You can also, I think if I'm not mistaken, you can also combo this with Prolaxis Dragon, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong, because I'm still struggling with how do you build Orfist Maskers. But now we are very clear with the skills. We'll give more, ample time and provide some strategy for some of the Orfist players to build around this whole deck itself. Because let's face it, I think Orfist has like a lot of good cards within the deck itself, such as like Tombarino, such as like the Counter Charger. I don't know the name. You have Despaji, if I'm not the one that kills 3 pound tokens and it restand itself. You also have like what's the Great 2 that intercepts from back row, right? So that's that card, right? That's also kind of good. So it all boils down to how the players actually want to build the deck. With Opart, maybe people will run 4 Oparts. I think this is going to be a very good 4-off, I would say. But yeah, they always boils down to see how players is going to build the deck. So we are done with Opart for now. We have the SEC version for Orfist Maskers, so I think that's very nice. We can see Ishigami Zakusa over here with the very golden art. The one thing I felt like is a little bit like a bummer to me is because like his Orfist Maskers lower half of the art art on the lower half is also kind of like goldish yellowish, so you really cannot see the name and the full art itself, which is kind of like they could have just made something else like a different color, but I guess It's still good, but I felt like they could have picked a rather design so that they don't clash with the colors here. So that's my personal opinion. It could be better, but yeah. So we have the SEC. Next but not least, we have the DBT12. We will have a reprint of Mask of Hydrogram as a double rare. No FRs. There will be no reprints as FRs. So this we have been confirmed. You can see the note down here. FR no Kado. It will not be printed in FR version. So that is a bummer. But a mask is a mask reprint. So a mask reprint is a mask reprint. So just take it what it is. So that's good. I'm kind of happy like they have to announce, like it kind of confirms like some of our predictions like months prior, whether or not like we will see the double rare ratios. We have like this different from normal, which we speculated it might be a mask reprint, and it is technically a mask reprint, so that's kind of good. So we are hoping for more reprints in the future, aside from like the Masanori normal mask, the promo mask in the shop tournaments. That is also a reprint, but personally I prefer this art better rather than the board guy with Masanori face on it. So yeah, so this is good. Hoping that they might want to reprint more, but I felt like 2 additional reprints would be fine, because in the near future we may never know whether they will come out like a Captor mask or a Captor mask unit, or like a Dragon Empire mask unit. So hoping that they will do this in the next future, in the near future. So yeah, we are not sure whether when, but hopefully soon, because I am kind of like very eager to see the full force of the mask units in all 5 nations, which will be good. And so that's about it. So next stream we have a total of 9 cards that will be appearing in episode 3 of the animes, which is gonna be like this Saturday, so that's good. And that's about it. So Cyber Kaito. So one last additional thing I want to add is that with the addition of Cyber Kaito, I was also hoping that they would do one more for Captor and one more for Dragon Empire. So you can also so for this card, I think it's also a great addition to like Red 10 Griffogira as well, because you can actually play around the Run Gate Griffogira. So with this thing, so with Cyber Kaito, so people can start building a very good viable Dragon Tree Griffogira, Run Gate Griffogira. So we'll see. We'll see how it works, but I think it's viable nonetheless. So more cards to play with in Dragon Tree in Griffogira. So I think that's about it. I don't think I've been missing out anything, so I guess I'll end this video right here, right now. If you do enjoy this video, I would say thank you very much for making up this video this far. And if you have like any feedback, suggestion, comments, or whatever things that you feel about today's support, as well as if I make any mistakes, please do put it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll probably make like a 5 new deck profile. So that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. This has been Professor.